Hello future tech leaders, I'm Sindhuja. Based on my own experience, I know that learning the right skills can shape our future. What if I say learning was as thrilled as the tech world itself? There we go. A cloud foundation, that's exactly what you will experience. From day one, you will be immersed in the interactive sessions and expert-led courses that covers most of the widely used technologies in the zone of data science to cloud computing, which brings more light to the life of a techie. I'm so excited to help you and unlock the true potential of a technology. Well, then why to wait? Let's see what it unfolds.
Now, once the lead is created, once you have started working on the lead, definitely the next step would be to create an estimate or a code document. Once you start communicating with the lead will actually ask for a quotation document from you or an estimation document from you. Let's see how to do that. Here, you have this plus sign over here. You see this? And there is this option to create a lot of things from here. You can create an email, task, phone number, event or from this navigation too. And here you can see you have codes. If I click on, it will take me to the code form in that. Again, this is one way of doing things. And another way is to actually, I'll just quickly show that too. I'm on my codes form, or you can call it estimate in that. We did by default call codes. If you don't want to use this navigation, you can also go in transactions, sales and prepare codes. You will again land on the same page that we are on. There are multiple ways of doing the same thing within next week. Here, you have to select the customer or the lead here, but on this form it is already selected point. Alright. Now on this quotation form, you can select a title of this quote, maybe sales of services or any beautiful title that you can keep. That will show up on your code record. Sales of training. You can also select your expiry date because quotes or estimates are time bound and they expire at a certain point, right? You can select your expiry date. This quote would expire automatically on 13th of February 2022. Right. You can select your date. This is the date of the course. Sen Jan is the date of this quote. And here you can select the status. At this point in time, this is all judgmental. Based on the judgment that you make, you can select the status. At this time, you are proposing or giving them a quotation. It's in a proposal state, and you will notice that the probability of this quote being finalized is 50%. Now, if you move to a next step, let's say in negotiation, after reviewing this quote, if the lead comes back and starts negotiating, maybe on the price or items or whatever you can select in negotiation. And now you will notice that the probability increases to 75%. The probability of closing this deal is now 75%. And this is reflected on your reports. When your sales team and marketing team are actually forecasting the revenues or sales that are going to be a good deal, you can see that. And then that could be closed. This is how you know they can calculate those forecasted amounts based on the probability. It's very important that you select the right status. It is correctly reflected in all your reports where you are foreseeing the revenue. Yes, and if you select purchasing, you will notice that they didn't now convert it into 9%. It's all judgment. I mean, you cannot just predict the probability accurately, but it all depends upon the experience of the sales trap. And that the stage that you are You will be selecting the status and setting up the appropriate probability of closing the deal. And then here you can also select the expected close date. This is the expected close that you are expecting this quote to be selected to be finalized. Let's say if your lead has a tender and they have given a date on which they are going to be finalizing all the quotes, you can select that date over here, meaning that they want to finalize or close the deal by 10th. I'm going to select 10th as my expected close date. Alright. These are some general or very I would say conventional requirements when you're doing a quotation process. It's very regular. And here you can also mention your memo. If there's any description or any information that you want to capture, you can do that as well. All right. And then again, these are some custom fields. I'll just skip them, but you can also give your department, class and location on this particular this code document. And here you will notice the items tab. As soon as you move down same items tab, pretty much the same process that we saw on the sales order. You have to select the items that you are giving your quotation for. I'm going to select my item. Let's say this is my item. This is the item that this particular lead is interested in. I'm going to select the quantity that they are interested in purchasing. Let's say they want a quote for 10 quantity. And now, since they're purchasing in bulk, maybe I might be inclined towards giving them some discount, right? I can select a discounted price level. I'm going to give them a discounted price of 5%. I'm going to select my discount level as 5%. And you will notice that the amount is all, updated based on the price level that I've selected. Similarly, you can also provide the expected ship date. This is the ship date that, or perhaps this is the date that the lead has conveyed to ship the goods. Maybe they want the goods to be shipped by 15th. You can capture that information as well. The primary idea here is to add all the items for which you need to give or send the code to the lead or your customer. Once you have entered all that information, you will review that. You will finally save this. And now you notice that this code is in open status, meaning that this is still open to be closed. Now, this can be closed in two ways. Either this code is approved by the lead, or it can be rejected by the lead. In both the cases, you can close this particular code document. All right. And you can also print this code document. You have your printer button over here. You can select print and you can get a PDF of this code document from it. And if you want to separately email it to your lead prospect, you can do that as well. This is a standard code format that comes out of NetSuite. It has all the information and all that regular stuff. Just give me a second. Alright, now this is an open status. And as I mentioned, there are two ways to close this code, either manually if the lead record is no longer interested in this quotation, or this sales is not happening. Or the second option would actually be converting this quote into a sales order. Let's see the first option first. Let's assume that this quote was sent to the lead and they are no longer interested in purchasing it. They did not like our quote. Maybe we were giving a lot of, high price or something like that. In that particular case, what you would be doing? You will be going edit this. And in the status now, you will be selecting closed. Yes, this is actually telling next week that this code did not move forward and this is now closed loss. And again, as I mentioned, status is very important. Whenever you are getting your reports, which we are going to be looking into a few minutes later, that it is all correctly reflected. You need to update the statuses accordingly. Now, when I select the status as closed lost, you will notice that the probability automatically got to 0%. Now, because this deal is not happening. And when I say this, you will notice that the status of this quote will now change to closed. See, the status is now closed. I mean this deal is actually not happening, and now this is what it is going to be reflected on all your reports. This is one way of closing this. Another way would be, I would just simply edit this and again change the status to open. I'll change this again to proposal and you will see that it will again get into open status now. Again, now it is in open status because it's in proposal. And finally, do not forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel.